Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Be careful of who you get married to. If you are in the process of getting married, you're already married, or
You are on your way into
grab
marriage.
yourself some popcorn, some juice, a cup of coffee, sit down and listen. We learn every day. Okay, guys. So my content is strictly for learning and also to aid us prevent the reoccurrences of crimes. So, guys, buckle up because it's gonna be a long, long ride. Hello, everybody. My name is Irene, and if you're brand new here, if you're seeing my face for the very first time, you
Or
are
you are
welcome.
on your
And if
way
you're an
into
oldie but a
getting married.
goodie, hey, 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 thanks for stopping by. So, guys, in this channel, I create videos predominantly for those who are interested in true crime stories as well as victims of crimes. I equally make videos to create awareness in order to prevent future reoccurrences of crimes. Without much ado, let's dive right into the video. Guys, last month, that is in the month of October, a doctor, an African doctor precisely, was being arrested in the UK for exit trafficking. I know we are all listening to this term for the very first time. Yes, myself, I just got to know this term last month when this crime took place. However, I have been so busy to come out here and narrate the story to you guys. So, this African doctor, for the sake of this video, we're gonna call him Dr.
Dr. Emmanuel.
Was living and working in the UK for the past 10 years. And at a point, he was looking forward to get married. He fell in love with this beautiful Caribbean lady whom his parents refuse him from getting married to, claiming that they are from different cultural background, and because the lady is from another cultural heritage, they're gonna face a lot of challenges in their marriage. So his family encouraged him to come over to Africa and get married to a lady from his hometown. After a long period of persistence,
Mr.
fell into
Emmanuel.
this idea of his parents, and so his mom introduced him to a certain lady. After discussing over the phone for a while, he decided to go back home. When he met this lady, for the sake of this video, I'm gonna call her Glory. They both, fell in love, love at the first sight, very sweet, perfect. They were so into each other. So this guy came fully prepared, like an odogu. He performed all the traditional rites, and later on they, signed and sealed everything. So he moved back to the UK with his newly married spouse. So when they got to the UK, he didn't like this lady to work for reasons best known to him. But at the end of this video, you get to know why he didn't let her to work. So this lady was like a stay-home mom. They had three amazing kids. One is 8, the other one is 5, and the last baby is about no, sorry. One is 8, one is 3, and the other one is about 6 months old at the time of this incident. So, fast forward, their marriage was so sweet and beautiful in the past few years, but as time went by, they started experiencing challenges. They started experiencing turbulence in their marriage. As we all know, there is no perfect marriage. So this guy called his parents and tried to express his frustration to them. But they encouraged him and told him that, okay, it's just that part of a marriage. After that, they all gonna adjust and everything is gonna be perfectly fine. And he decided to give his marriage a try again. The lady, on the other hand, wasn't finding it funny at all because this guy would not let her to work. Dr. Mark would not let her to work. And when she asked for money, on the other hand, like to purchase personal stuffs for herself, Mr. Mark would be like, oh, do you think it's easy to work money and blah, blah, blah. And the lady will be like, but you won't like me to work. And after this lady has complained over and over again and insisted that she wanted to work her own money, her husband, Dr. Mac, was finally convinced to let her work. So when she started working, she was exposed to the outer world. She started making friends, hanging out every now and then. And from then she started, explaining to her friends or telling them what she is experiencing in her marriage. And so a lot of friends try to advise her to walk out of the marriage. Some also introduce her to a lawyer. Some of her friends introduce her to a lawyer in order for her to share her, difficulties or challenges she is experiencing in her home. Now, her husband started getting frustrated that she's getting to know people, making friends, and blah, blah, blah. So while they were still struggling with their marriage, on this particular day, Gloria and her husband had a confrontation, and the man was so furious to an extent of lifting his hands, on his wife. And so she decided to place a call over to the police. And when the police got there, she told the police, oh, no, sorry, it was nothing. I was just angry at my husband and blah, blah, blah. And the police went away. When the police went, oh my gosh, her husband became even more aggressive. She couldn't believe that
His
he
wife
just called a police for him. And he was like, seriously? And he started giving it a second thought, like, okay, if I do not handle this lady now, she's going to go out of control. So he came up with a plan. So it was towards holidays and the kids were out of school. And he said, okay, so let's travel down to Africa for holidays. And the wife was so happy. Who wouldn't be happy? Everybody is excited going back home. Is a form of relaxation, just to relax and unwind after the stressful year of work. So when they got back home, everything was fine. And boom, one day, Gloria just got up and she couldn't find her husband and the kids. The husband has gone back to the UK. He went there, started life afresh like nothing has happened. Gloria's passport was nowhere to be found. He, absconded with the passport, the kids, all their documents and everything. So Gloria decided to connect with some of her friends who advised her to look for a lawyer. As you already know, she had a lawyer before moving over, so got into she got in touch with a lawyer and explained vividly all what transpired. So the lawyer decided to file in this case to the court. And at that time, Dora was still back home. It took her over a year and 6 months for this case to pass through. And her husband, or her ex-husband, if I can,
and her ex-husband, if I can say, had absconded to the United Kingdom with her kids, leaving this lady childless and frustrated. So when the case finally pulled through, the husband was being charged for exit trafficking. And instead of this guy moving to Switzerland to work with United Nations, he is being, you know, sentenced to jail for the term of 5 years. As you all know, he was a five-star medical doctor, and he gained this job with the United Nations. However, due to this exit trafficking crime, he was being fired and stripped of his doctor license. So, guys, what am I trying to say in essence? We should know what we are bargaining for. If you do not love someone, do not get married to them. If you do not know them detailedly, do not get married to them. I'm not saying that some marriages don't work out without you knowing someone 100%, but in most cases, your choice would definitely work out. I believe that if he would have gotten married to the Caribbean lady, it would have been happily ever after. However, his parents forced him to get married to someone from his hometown, and this landed him into huge problems. So, guys, please do not take decision in your hands. It's better to treat things legally. If the marriage is no longer working out, you can file for a divorce rather than trying to play a trick on your spouse by going back home to dump them. Okay, see you on my next video. Bye bye.